Hey guys, Retro Badger here. I hope you're all well. Today, we are going to find out how many Intrepid Class starships the Sovereign Class can successfully engage and destroy. We tried this a while back, but that was using the stock ships in Remastered. Today, we're going to be using Wiley Coyote's Nemesis Sovereign Class and LC Amaral and Zambi Zan's Intrepid Class. The Sovereign Class was launched a year after the USS Voyager, and was Starfleet's answer to the Borg threat. The Enterprise E was clearly a flagship, and compared to the Galaxy class, a truly next-generation design. The Intrepid class was a ship designed for long-term exploration, but like most new designs after Wolf 359, it featured powerful tactical systems. Again, with the Borg in mind. Both of these starships feature bioneural gel packs powering their computer systems. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. So to begin with, we're going to face one Intrepid class. Now, I really like this version of the Sovereign class. I think it's the most accurate version we have in game currently. And the Intrepid class we're facing, I think that's the most accurate portrayal of the Intrepid class in game. So I'm hoping for some good results here. I don't know where the tipping point's going to be for the Sovereign class.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
So already the combination of our quantums, photons, and phaser firepower has overwhelmed the Intrepid class's defenses. I think it's really cool how we saw another Intrepid class on Deep Space Nine. And that was Admiral Ross's ship.
Shield is draining.
Tells you a lot about the Intrepid class, though. It's regarded as a long-range explorer for deep space, but look at that, they were using it to travel to Romulus. So it's clearly a ship with some serious combat capabilities. I imagine sending a Sovereign class would be a bit too obvious. It's like, yeah, we're going to send our most powerful ship because we don't trust you. But I think the Intrepid class, if they'd gotten into trouble at Romulus, potentially could have got out of there and maybe even outrun the Romulan fleet. We know Romulan warbirds, the Derriditz classes, were not as fast as Starfleet ships. So if you have to get out of there quick, the Intrepid class is, well, probably your best bet. That's one down. And then there was two. So I'm going to multi-target this time. Let's show off the Sovereign class's multi-targeting capabilities. Oh yeah, look at that. Now, one comment that comes up quite a lot is, what would have happened if the Sovereign class had ended up in the Delta Quadrant? That's a really good question. We know the Sovereign class had a higher warp factor than the Intrepid class. The Intrepid's was 9.975. The Sovereign's was 9.9995, I believe. So it might not sound like a major difference, but in terms of speed in warp factors, it was. I wonder how many years it would have taken off their journey, potentially. Of course, neither ship could maintain that speed for long, so I suppose, more accurately, it would come down to the cruising speed, which I assume would be higher on the Sovereign class. Now, I don't believe the Galaxy class would have survived a journey to the Delta Quadrant. That design was pretty fragile, I think, in a lot of ways. The Intrepid class, however, was a smaller ship. And it was designed post-Wolf 359, so the hull was certainly stronger. And you can see that in its design. It doesn't have this saucer section. Look at it. The neck is huge. So there's no weakness there. Wow, look at that. That's one down. But we are taking hull damage. I'm so glad I decided to redo this battle, because I think what we're seeing now is pretty accurate. the Intrepid class was no slouch in terms of combat. It was almost like a miniature Galaxy class in terms of the firepower that it could output. We have the newer style photons there. Now, a lot of people aren't fans of those. We saw them in Star Trek Nemesis, and I don't know, they kind of came across as a bit weak. And also, target accuracy. They didn't seem very accurate. They did miss the ship. They weren't fast enough. I've heard quite a few theories about those new style photons. Maybe they were more specialist. Rather than absolute power, they were more configurable, perhaps.
Shields are at 50%.
The hull is at 75%.
Port shield draining cap.
Shields are still holding, which is fantastic. Quantums. Oh yeah, there we go. 2 down.
50%.
Now I can't say for sure, but I suspect this may be the tipping point. I hope it's not. In fact, I'm not going to multi-target. I'm just going to go for one ship at a time. Focus all our firepower on one ship. Surely that is a good idea. Oh! We just blew a hole in the back. Look at that. Incredible. So it's almost like Voyager. I keep saying Voyager. It's almost like the Intrepid class's shields were overwhelmed there for a split second. And one got through. Of course, these are different classes of ship entirely, so it's not really a fair fight for the Intrepid. It's still a cool matchup, this. Our ventral shield's not in a good way. Let's roll. Come on. Roll the ship. I'm tempted just to go for the warp core at this point. We need a quick victory here. We took a chunk out of that ship. Look at that. Oh! Almost a ram. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. As soon as we get rid of that one, it's going to really help us. Yes! Okay. Now, I had it in my head going into this, a prediction. 3 would basically be enough. Oh, full power to shields. Let's rely on our firepower here. The hull is at 50%. Look at that, 130% of our shield. I wish I could just redistribute it to all of them, actually. I'm trying to keep our strongest shield face to the enemy. We've got to be realistic here. This is not looking good. Quantums. Oh, that might actually help us. Ah, yes. That will make them think twice. I've got full power diverted to shields at this point. Wow, we've taken the front of the Intrepid class off there. Look at that. Photons. Ah, you see, Voyager is good at dealing with photons. Oh my goodness! Wow! They have really turned this around, haven't they? Flipping. Wow. So the answer was 2. 3 was too much for the Sovereign class. Now, based on what we've seen of the Intrepid class and the firepower that it can output, I think that might be about right. But as always, I would love to hear your opinions on this one. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Bye for now.